Good morning, gorgeous soul tribe. How are we? Okay, we're using the Light Seers Tarot this morning. Let's see, what is it that comes to our attention? Okay, so we've had some flick up the other way, so we're going to look at those. So we have a bit of a story, which is interesting. So we have 10 of Swords. Okay, so we start with 10 of Swords. So it looks like in this particular card, see, she's got all this hanging over the top of her, okay? And swords represent like our thoughts, our beliefs, the way we communicate, all of that kind of stuff. So it seems like she's got a fair bit of stuff hanging over her. See that? Kind of wondering, doesn't matter where she goes, it kind of goes with her, right? So that's the feeling, the first thing that starts. Then we come up with the King of Swords. Okay, so interesting, because it's kind of like, when we think about that, that's the 10, which tells us that it's getting to the end of something anyway, or we can't carry any more, basically, can't take on anymore, pretty much is what that's saying. And then the King comes along. Now, the King kind of like owns that shit, right? Because the King is the one with the most knowledge, you know, the most wisdom. And it's interesting because he actually has an owl there, okay? So whilst the owl and everything around there, all those birds you can see represent the element of air, which again is our thoughts, our beliefs, all of those things that we say to ourselves. To be the king and sitting on top of, like he's sitting on top of a mountain there, which is equivalent like to sitting on a throne, right? Looking out over his kingdom below. He holds one sword. It was kind of across his lap, and then there's one up behind his back. See that? So to me, it's like, I feel like he will back himself. He will lay down his sword of how he speaks to himself and lay down his sword of all the stuff that he can't control, and he will choose to back himself. That's what that feels like today. And the outcome of that is the Ace of Pentacles. Now, we had this one the other day too. See here where there's growth there? And remember, Pentacles are about the earthly things. So when you back yourself, I feel in this sense like things will actually start to grow for you. This is a gift. This is gift and abundance and things that come to you. So when you back yourself, these are the things that can happen. So let's have a look at what those messages look like. So we have the 10. We're a little overwhelmed. Everywhere we go, we take this stuff with us. We're not sure. The land looks a bit barren. Really not sure what's going on. Start to back ourselves, call on our own wise wisdom, looking over where we've come from. What can we learn from that? What can we do? How do we need to think? What's a better thought to have to back ourselves? And that's the outcome. Beautiful. Lots of growth. Wow. Okay, that's the message for today, guys. Big, big love, and I will catch you next time.